kind of saying it along, my speech is why more kindness needs to be spread in the world. First of all, have you ever seen someone be treated poorly by others, or been treated poorly yourself? It's a really common thing to see nowadays, and it's the sad reality that we're living in. Kindness is the key to having a better world. In the world we live in today, there's not enough kindness being spread. We see suicide quite often. We see negative effects of people being bullied. We also see people not having somebody to talk to when they need it the most. Myself, I've been treated pretty poorly at times, and I've seen others be treated poorly, so it's definitely one of those things where it's, quite common to see nowadays. I'm going to be telling you more about why spreading kindness needs to be taken serious, and there should be some repercussions for it. But when it's leading to suicide, poor stuff with bullying, all that, it's just not a good thing at all. I want you all to understand more about it. Suicide is one of the biggest ones that we see. It's one of the highest causing deaths in the United States every year. The CDC study or suicide prevention website, they had a graph on there of the suicides that happened in 2023. Alone, 49,000 people took their own lives due to suicide. That's one suicide every 11 minutes. So I want you to put that in perspective, and at the end of the speech, that's the one thing I want you to take away from it is remember one suicide every 11 minutes, because that's a crazy statistic, and that's just not okay at all. That right there, that statistic tells me that as a society, we need to figure it out and spread some kindness around, because if people are feeling like they have to take their own lives, it's just not okay at all. I know there's probably people in the audience. I know a few people that took their own lives. I'm sure a lot of y'all do. And it's almost like it's a normal thing now, and that's not okay at all. It shouldn't be a normal thing whatsoever. At the end of the day, the numbers speak for themselves. It's concerning. It's really concerning. But that's something that has to change, and it starts with kindness, honestly, because when people aren't getting treated correctly or getting treated with respect, and they have nowhere else to go, they ultimately end up taking their lives, and the numbers speak for themselves. Secondly, bullying is bullying builds up to suicide, and it has some pretty negative effects also on people that fall victim to being bullied. In an article published by studybullying.gov, they stated, and I quote, "Kids who are bullied are more likely to experience depression and anxiety, increased feeling of sadness and loneliness, changes in sleep schedule and eating patterns, and loss of interest in activities they used to enjoy. Stop Bullying Government 2025. Those factors right there all circle back to kind of what leads to suicide. Bullying is just one of those things where it's spreading hatred instead of kindness, and leads to something way worse than it might seem. Bullying, there should be harsher punishments on it, in my opinion. I feel same thing with suicide, there's loopholes to it, and I feel like there's some punishments on it, but at the end of the day, most people are walking away unscathed, but the person ultimately caused a ton of damage to the kid and the family. It shouldn't matter who they are, just spreading kindness to anybody, not picking on somebody just because you feel like it. It's not okay at all. Lastly, the people around someone, if they see someone having trouble, they need to try to be there and talk them through it, because a lot of times people feel like there's nobody they can talk to or go turn to, and that's one of the leading causes of suicide as well, loneliness. In an article published by Richard J. Shaw and others, they stated one aspect of the interpersonal theory of suicide of particular relevance is the concept of thwarted belongingness, which suggests that loneliness, along with the absence of emotional support, can lead to self-destructive behaviors. So, right there, that is one of the biggest ones, is not having somebody to talk to, and it can lead to something way worse than you might think it does. So it's really important to make sure if you see somebody getting hurt, or you have somebody that, or if you're being hurt yourself, do you go talk to somebody and turn to somebody? And if you see it, you got to go try to make yourself useful. And even if you don't know the person, it's all about the spreading kindness right there, that you can help somebody out and truly try to make them better, and try to stand up for them too. I mean, it's all about kindness, and there's not enough of that in the world. That's the suicide rates, all that, just not okay at all. In conclusion, the suicide rates, the bullying, and not having somebody to talk to, ultimately is not doing your job properly. As a human being, all of those right there got to stop. There's got to be something we can do about it, because the suicide rate, way too high. Bullying, the effects of bullying leads to suicide. And the person not having somebody to talk to leads to, all of it circles back to suicide, and it all starts from not being kind to your peers around you. So I ask you, what are we going to do about this? We're going to sit there, just let people keep losing their lives because of not having kindness showed to them? Or are we going to stand up for that, put an end to it, and deal with it? It's ultimately right. I'm now going to open the floor to any questions. No? Thank you.